guys. Well, this is unexpected, and we'll see what happens. And this may end right here, and it may keep going. This is dying breath. So I made mistakes were made, and I had gotten away from it for quite some time. And then I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and load this back up and get back into it. So we're going to try to get back in about an hour 15 minutes. Basically, the amount of time it takes me to get through the vault to start the game. We are going to try the best we can to get through it pretty quickly. But this is a start over. We had made it. My old character, we were level 60. We were thick into it. I mean, thick into it, right? And here we find ourselves trying to get this to load up. This will take right now is loading up a new game. Going to take us into character creation. I don't actually think that's what's going to happen first. First, we're going to get the standard opening. Will you guys forgive me if we jump past this? All right. Cheat terminal. We all know, okay, anyone that follows me knows exactly why I use cheat terminal. For two reasons only. One is a portable storage, and two, as a way to manage the time scale. I can just as easily go in to the console and just use the code for it, but sometimes that gets overridden, and then so it's just easier to go in, set it in cheat terminal.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You sure are.
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
All right. Okay, so first things first. We change him here, and then what we do is it doesn't even matter. We go hit color, and then we lighten them up a little bit. Why? Because I'm also light skinned. So
What's different about you?
yeah, it's different. And then, in all honesty, I wish I was this dark. So, it's unfortunate, just how light skinned I am, but it is what it is. And then, you know what? I'm not even going to do anything else with him.
Hey,
We're going to get over
my
here.
turn,
We're
big
going to see
guy.
what we can do. Now, you see that jittery right there? Okay, I'm not 100% on board with the next scene right there, but
Such
I
pretty eyes.
I'll
I
just
can
be a minute.
I can.
Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Yeah, I didn't need the total close up there. All right, so we're gonna get in here. Let's change.
I'm hurrying up.
I,
Don't worry.
All
I'm
right.
trying, but there we go. All right, let's change your hairstyle. Now,
How are you?
usually I like something very
feeling well?
simple and kind
Just
of
getting
short.
ready.
Will you
Whatever you say.
stop with the face thing? Why are you moving your face into the mirror? He didn't do it. Why do you need to do it? God.
Why don't you see if breakfast is ready?
I'll see what I can do.
She's trying to get rid of him, it seems. Oh, cauterized plum, man. Holy cow. Wait. Why is there like multiple shades of it?
As beautiful as the day we met.
Why don't you see if breakfast is ready?
I might do that.
I think she's trying to get rid of you, bro. Take a hint. Wait. I ain't mad at that color. I am not mad at that color. Okay. Let's change your eye color. Okay.
You have such a cute chin.
I'm hurrying up. Don't worry.
All right.
I think they do that on purpose, right? I think that's on purpose so that where's Hazel? Yeah.
Not bad.
And
Not bad at all.
um your mouth. Okay. Let's sculpt it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I'm serious. That's pretty much all we got to do. And then extras, makeup. All right. Lip liner. Don't need lip liner. Matte lipstick. Color. How many daggone colors? Please don't be too many daggone colors.
Just curious what you're thinking.
I'll just be a minute.
Okay.
Seriously. You know, you do that one more time. Okay, that's the last one. You have to go with a custom color almost, it seems.
I'm listening.
Oh
Just
my
getting ready.
god.
Whatever you
babe,
say.
babe. You are the most difficult. Alright. Custom color. Alright. We gotta saturate.
How's it going?
Why don't you see if breakfast is ready?
I might be able to do that.
Seriously? This ain't changing a daggone thing. Cancel. Okay. Did we see a color we liked? Alright, fine. F it. You win.
Look at you.
Just getting
Oh
ready.
my god. Get your face out of it. Wait. I actually kind of like that. What about it? Yeah, nope. Alright, fine. Let's give her one of the Winderas. Since we put that there, we gotta put that there. Okay. And is there a next scene correction?
Hey, got a
No, I'm hurrying up. Don't worry.
All right.
Alright, babe, alright, come on. Alright, fine. Ooh, let's get over. That is a nice outfit. Okay. So what do we do here? Alright, wait for it. I am not mad at that. I am not mad at that one bit. And we can, oh, look at that. We can, let's see. Where's the arm? I don't want that. We want the full sleeve. All right. Gotta accept that. Now we're gonna add in the left arm. Full sleeve. Accept that. Okay. And then we're gonna select that. Say yes. And then yes. See? Thank you for doing that. See, sometimes she can do the right thing. Let's see. Wait. Don't want that. Nope. Oh look, you can do like a whole full body. But wait. Left leg full. Except that. And then right leg. Come on. Gotta get the right leg. You gotta hook me up with the right leg. Where's the right leg? No right leg? Oh. Leg right full. There we go. Boom. Except I thought I saw hands. Okay, and then go right. She all tatted up. Left, right. Boom. Alright. Accept. Okay. We are done.
How are things going? I'll just be a minute.
Oh, you see how she threw her voice? Alright. So, let's see. You know we gotta go. You know how we roll. Okay. There we go. Oh dang. That was like yeah, you create that character and you're gone. All right. Well, they knew we were pressed for time. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got about another hour. All right, she's gonna be army, right? Listed with all those tats. All right, so she's gonna have a little bit. It took her a little bit, but she got the sergeant. Um, definitely close combat and expect marksman, and we're gonna put her in the Rangers. Severe, right? Or unrelenting. I have no idea. So if this is level 5, 10, I would say this is, no, I'm sorry, level 10, 15, 20, 25. I would say this is level 30, right? We're going to just light combat. Oh man, they put you all the way out here. Okay. And then, and trust me, don't remember I don't remember anything, right? All right, so spawn on enemies and vendors. No, only placed or acquirable. I'm going to say yeah. All right, AFT. We're still trying to get adjusted here. Now this is rough on me simply because I don't have my immersive containers. All right, so that's good. Just default. We don't need it to go and spawn more often than it really needs to be. There it is. Sanctuary. Not so much. Okay. Now, see, immersive containers, and I know I'm going to talk this to the ground, but these skeletons would be lootable. This, and then one of the things, since I have cheat terminal, I try to get away from it actually, but I forgot to put that. So we do have a ball peen hammer that will. I don't know what that 2 on the bottom is. Maybe it's more condensed. So there's my carry weight. Holy cow, that's crazy. And supposedly these are all the things I'm starting with, right? Jumpsuit, purified water, release 1, Nuka-Cola, 3 stem packs. We got a couple of bottles, right? Now, I got to be honest with you. Oh, God, that's empty. Part of me, and I'm going to tell you, in a typical playthrough for me, I'd hit this button and go right back down. Main reason is because there's loot that's not, not there. And it just it is bugging the crap out of me to not even go after it, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect the area around, and then I'll make a decision. So yeah, we haven't truly decided not to go down there and get the loot. All right, so this is ECO, and for me, that is a very, very important mod. And what it does is it changes crafting altogether. Extended crafting, something. I can't remember the other name, what the rest of it is. See, like here, immersive containers would have put loot all up in here. And I got to be honest with you. If I could have the loot that would be all in here, right? then going down into the vault wouldn't be as important or as big of a deal, right? Because I can get I'm okay with that. But since I can't have this loot, and then now you're telling me I can't have that loot either, what I was expecting when it jumped us over here was for it to just put us directly. Oh, I missed. All right, or did I? Why am I shooting the birds? I don't, because I'm pissed. No, I don't know why I'm doing that, because I'm just doing stupid stuff. All right, so because I have no idea how much ammo I got. Right, this doesn't show me how much ammo. Okay, so mod configuration. Let's take a look at that. A lot of times with the mod configuration, what they want you to do is they come in here to the settings manager, and then you have to run that. But again, like I said, I was expecting us to, like the wake up, right, where you just wake up and you come out of the chamber, the cryo chamber, and get going. The fact, okay, welcome to MCM Settings Manager. You can comfortably save and load all your settings at once. Do you want to save your current settings to it? No, I don't want to do that. Can you, all right, can we go back? All right, can I get over here? Oh, there it is. All right, cancel that. All right, so again, there actually isn't one. So slot 1, like, there's nothing there. So there isn't anything that for us to actually run. So we're kind of on our own. Oh my God, will you freaking... Okay, wait. Cancel, please. Can I get out of this, please? It's so slow. Like right now. Okay, now I'm back over here. I wanted to look at custom camera. And here's how. I don't know what it's doing. All right. The D-pad doesn't work very well. For me, here's my setting on custom camera. And I don't really mess with anything that they do except that on the custom camera. And so when we exit, right, I'm going to go. So now I can see my character, right? Let me put this up. So when we go around, oh, nice outfit. But we can see our character. 50, the minimum view distance of 50 would have you right up on their back shoulder. And for me, that's annoying. Now, I will say this. Okay, this isn't bad. I can deal with this. Here's the other important part. You see that? You see that? That dot? If the dot, I don't like it when the dot disappears, right? I'm not a big fan of where it is right now, but I can deal, right? Now, usually I play in first person a lot anyway, but for my playthroughs, I try to play in third person. I just think I'm not gonna say it's more immersive, but it allows you to see my character, see the character, and then also, because I, mod in the outfits and everything like that. Not mod in, but I add in mods for the outfit. It just seems to flow and go better, to be able to see all that. Now, what am I doing here? We're testing this because I'm going to check around the area, but some mod lists like to place that little bug in there, man. And see, immersive containers that would have something.
Nice.
Let's get the cram. Let's get that.
Perfect.
All right. So we got ourselves a backpack right off the bat. What we don't have, and one in mods and the reason I know we don't have it is because everything looks so simplistic, is more HUD. Okay, I'm kind of in that opposite boat, I think, of a lot of people. I want more HUD, not less. You know what I'm saying? You're not breaking my immersion by giving me more HUD. As a matter of fact, you break my immersion, my ability to concentrate on the game and everything when I can't figure out what's what, or what I have, or what this does, or things like that. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like the opposite. It's no, by allowing me to see, it's kind of, as the player, I know what I know. As the character knows what they know. But it's not necessarily true that I know everything the character does, right? Because we're playing a character that's, military trained, soul survivor, has been, lived in this world, has done things, right? And so when, excuse me, so when, what do I want to do? I want to do armor, locksmith, life giver. Right now we're gonna do lone wanderer, gun nut, scrapper, science. We gotta do gunslinger, scrounger. All right, so those are all our choices. We got 6 more to go. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. Where's lockpick? There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so this is our character. We got that. We got. All right, so let's go look. All right, we got any armor? Just the Volt suit and clothing. Not okay. Let's put that on. Okay, and then let's come on over here. All right, so what I do is we'll put this over here. Drinks. I put that right there. Medicine, stim pack. Should already defaulted there, but fine. Okay, so that's all we got there. Let's come on over to miscellaneous. Now, settings. Okay, that music, man. Right? Didn't you think something was about to happen? Something was about to, something was about to pop off, right? Real quick, right? It's like, God dang it, man. Can I, not fix my stuff? But I guess, just sitting out here in the open, just wide open, right? Ooh. Get some gourd blossoms going. Hold on.
Bingo.
All right, let's get our butts back up out of here, right? Just in case, where we kind of know it's safe. All right. Get these silk beans real quick.
And I'll just take this.
You take it. All right. Now, I haven't decided about the vault. I got some time. You know what I'm saying? I have not decided what I'm doing about the vault yet, but we got to get ourselves all prepared, right? All right, so holotapes. There it is. Now, you guys are gonna get real mad real quick here, but that's all right. That's all right because it's the way I play, and I ain't playing any other different. All right, boom, max. We max out the carry bonus. All right, got the cheat terminal. Let's get up in here. Game alterations. I told you I'd do this. World manipulation and then time scale. Now, see, it's already set. 1 real minute is 20 minutes. So we've already expended probably like an hour, 2 hours already in game. So doing what we're going to do. So we're resetting that to 5. All right, boom. And then, like I said, the only other thing I use cheat terminal for is the personal storage, right? So it's my portable bag of holding, so to speak. All right, so let's go back. Let's see. And then quick save is saved. So, and then, yeah. Now, who's with me, right? Who is with me on this, right? How do we just walk away? You know what I'm saying? We need all the stuff we can get. We cannot, in good conscience, decide that all is good. That everything that was to be had has been had from the vault. And now we have a nice little Vault-Tech backpack, right? Look at that. That's crazy. The floor. We got this Vault-Tech backpack that can carry up to 300 pounds. She ready? She ready? Look at her. She waiting. There's at least a gun and some glasses. So technically, we're hitting our first vault. Albeit the one that we supposedly just came from. See what I'm saying? You see that? That's food. Oh, shoot.
I've been spoiling for a fight.
You've been spoiling.
What happened here?
I don't know. We left before we could check it out. That's what happened.
Excellent.
Excellent. Right. Oh, and look at this. What is this? A Vault-Tech sweater and gray slacks. A dress? What? Okay, we can't take all that stuff, man, because we will run out of weight real quick. Like,
And I'll just take this.
you do that. You
This
do.
is all that's left.
Yeah, this is all that's left. You the one that left
Excellent.
without collecting all this stuff. We're back here because you didn't collect it all. And then now you're going to see what I'm talking about, though. All right, so the mods, lootable crates, and lootable Vault-Tech boxes and crates and wooden crates adds things to the Vault-Tech containers. So now they're not just set pieces. I call it set pieces. That's where it just, for show. Now they actually have stuff in it. And now, immersive containers, yes, I will 100% admit it was kind of OP because I'll tell you, I would find a shotgun in here. I would find stim packs. You would find all kinds of stuff that, okay, maybe you shouldn't find. Or, you shouldn't have, shouldn't be finding here. But
Oh, God. Why would... I'm not a doctor.
I know you're not a
Actually,
doctor.
I'll be back later.
Okay, but hey, you remember this guy?
Come on, come on, come on.
You remember that guy?
I'll find who did this.
Did we already have the ring?
And I'll get Sean back.
All right. All right. We already cleared that. And then you come in here. Oh, shoot. I didn't know it was this one.
Want some more?
God, how many goddamn bullets? Okay, maybe this was a bad idea. Okay, look, I never said this was a good idea, bro. I never said this was going to be a good idea. Okay? God, that was such a bad idea. All right, hold on. Okay, yes. Now, I will tell you this. The other thing that is completely awesome about this list, watch this. See that? I'm just hitting the D-pad. There's no wheel that pops up. I'm not a fan of the wheel. That the wheel just is cumbersome, and it just throws me way off. It's just off-putting for me. This game, in my opinion, Bethesda games aren't meant to have a wheel, man. They don't need one. I don't understand. I don't understand the problem or the knock against the D-pad, really. It works fine for me. All right, we got some explaining to do here. Now, what I wish, and then I'll probably end up offline going in to the menu and setting this up. I don't think I have this on survival either, which is how I normally play. So we'll have to see. Wait, there we go.
And I'll just take this.
And we'll take
Nice.
that. And that. Ooh. Don't usually find ammo up in here.
Yes.
But we can't say no to it. Alright, see? All this stuff will help us once we get to Sanctuary, right? Because that's all vital stuff that we need. We can come around here. Oh, ammo. Just not used to seeing ammo, but you can see, holy cow. Okay, yeah, we might went overboard. Alright, when I grab these bottles, if it gives me the option to fill them, then we know that we're okay. Now the only thing I do here is I actually eject the tape, so I can take the tape with me. Alright. And then do I want the coffee cup? I don't, but we'll take it anyway. Alright. So right now we only have the option to drink. So that tells me that we don't have survival. And so we're not on survival. Okay. Now I come over here because it's force of habit. All right, hold on a sec. I will do this real quick. Since this one we know we can get to right away. So my camera. Ah, we're at 0. That's why. All right, we're gonna go. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's the way it should be. All right, get over there. Get over. Come on. All right. Yeah, see, that's a little bit better. And if anything, we can. Oh, then want to sleep. Okay. Usually she'll give us a little blurb. We can't sleep. But Oh, did I close the door instead of pick up the what's name? All right. Yeah, we'll
Yes.
pick up that. Oh, come on. You didn't have to equip it. You just pick it up. I got how many of these? 3 of them? I got 3 all of a sudden. All right. Boom. Oh, and look what it did. Oh, that's what 3 means. That's what spot it's on. Well, I don't want it. God dang it. Turn 8. There you go. I don't even want that on there, to tell you the truth. I think I'll probably take that away. Boom. Okay, we don't have bats. So you wonder, was it matter?
Sweet.
Did you hear her? Y'all, bring it! Ballistic fiber. That's good. Alright, so here's the sad part. We have the power and the carry weight to just grab just about everything. And the sad part is that is how I roll. I am the looter extraordinaire. I have not met loot that I did not like. Well, that's not true. I'm sure there's loot out there that could have been better. I am very surprised by the amount of ammo that we're finding. Will that stop me from taking it? Not at all. Not at all. Who do you think who do you think you're dealing with? Is there someone I got to block, or is that just an automatic trigger? You get to a certain point,
Sweet.
and then it starts telling you.
Excellent.
I think there was a gun in there. I know you guys just have to sit and watch this, but now you see why I could not walk away from it. Why I couldn't just say, "Oh, that's bullets." Okay. So
Is anyone alive?
no one's left alive, and we wouldn't have known this, and we wouldn't have had a chance to come back in here and get ourselves all prepped up for our settlement had we not come back this way. And I don't know what you were doing when you were in here, because you sure enough walked out of here with nothing. Look at this. You may not be in 100% agreement with me right now, but you left food on the table. That's unsad. So I don't know who raised you, but gosh darn, you don't leave food just sitting there on the table. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, I don't believe that you should overstuff yourself either, but god dang it, man, you don't walk out and just leaving food on the table, bro. Okay. Aim is a little off there.
And I'll just take this.
So if I drink the water, yep, that should heal me. And the tunnel is open.
Am I the only one left?
You are. There's our glasses. You didn't take the glasses when you were here. Look at this. You left ammo on it. You just left ammo. You left the Vault Tech helmet.
Yes.
Another. Oh my gosh! Look at all the stuff you left behind.
Nice. Coming back for you.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. One bullet. One bullet.
Come to Mama. Yes.
Dang, they got bullets all over the place up in here. What in the world? What were they doing? You think we can sneak up on anybody? Alright.
Hell yeah.
Can we sneak up? Sneak. Look at that. Is that a bullet? That's one.
Yep.
Look at the size of that one. Okay. I'm looking for one of these to start exploding. Is it going to be this one or that big one? Seems like the type that would just explode, right? And 20 little ones would come out. I'm just kind of waiting for him to stop moving. Is he like just hurt or is he actually dead?
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Come to Mama.
There's always that, are you hurt or are you hurt?
Come to Mama. Bingo.
And technically, this guy's just pulsating.
Nice. And I'll just take this.
I don't think he's dead. Did you see how that changed? Are they telling me I have 7 more reloads? Anybody else bothered by this guy? So, okay, we got tons of stuff. Look at this. All this. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta see what a Vault Tech dress looks like. I say, I ain't mad at that. All right, let's see what this gray slides look like. Oh, what's that? Look at that. That is crazy. Okay, yeah. No, I'm not. No, but it's, you know what I'm saying? All right.
Excellent.
Okay, this is the same.
Sweet.
Okay, same. We gotta check it. Okay, so glasses. Let's check out the
Nice.
tux. All right, somebody tell me they don't like that. Say it. Just say it, right? In the comments, just say, no, dude, that don't work, man. And you know what? I will yeah, that word. Disagree. It works for me. All right, let's What armor do we have? Oh, we have a leather chest piece. Let's put that on. It's medium too. All right. Do we want to wear a Vault-Tec hat? Oh, snooky now. We sure do. Put that jumpy on. Why can't we wear it? All right, fine. You win. You win. You got to tell me. Oh. 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 What's going on with the helmet? The helmet. Look. Is there some sort of requirement that we don't meet yet to get the... Okay. All right. Fine. So... There we go. There we go. That... Again, we... Look at that. It comes out and it says, hey, what do you think now? What do you think about me now? And it's like, yeah. All right. We still got to make it down to Sanctuary. So I am 100% glad that I went down there, right? I'm not sure how you guys feel about it, but I am 100%, 100%, totally, like, very, very happy that I went down there. Okay. Uh-oh. So, first things first. Anything? Anything? Come on. Okay, we can use that bobby pin if you let me have it.
Mine now.
Alright, we'll take it. So, real quick, like, we're gonna run through.
Mine now.
Alright, there's music, man. Alright. Hairbrush. Don't know why I took the folder. Toothbrush. And yeah, so we'll work on the more HUD thing. We might have to add that. Also the font for me is very large. I like it a little smaller than that. But right now the main focus here is God dang it. There we go. Okay. What to say? Don't even try to front.
This is all just
Don't
another
even
day
try to
for me.
front like you ain't gonna try to sneak up on me.
Mine now.
Just like come like you get to the trigger point and then it just doesn't even go any. It doesn't even come out.
To Mama.
Like I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna sneak up on her later. Like I don't. Ooh, morphine injection.
I'll just take this.
Nobody said anything about real drugs in this place. All right, here we go.
Got it.
We're gonna get overloaded with backpacks in a minute. Okay, so, and this is real quick, kind of. All right, so screwdriver. All right. Okay. Here we'll hit that just to get a gauge on our carry weight. Okay. That car is supposed to be lootable, but it's not. All right, let's go in here. Not everything here. Oh shoot. Okay. You're seeing all that I'm seeing, and you're seeing that jittery stuff going. So that's concerning. Right here. Get that up off of there. Get that off of there. I like to clear it out before I talk to Codsworth. Let's do this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alright, another dud. Dang. Alright. Spot. 0 likenesses. Alright, so that tells me that it could be anything. Okay. Well, we know it's not ship, so our choices are will, find, and with. Alright, let's start with this one. 2 likenesses. Well, guess what? Since with and will, wild. Since with and wild are the 2 choices left, and there has to be 2 likenesses from find, that would be wild.
Got
it. Now, truth, I don't really care about what it has to say. I just want to get the credit for hacking. You know. Okay, and then 3 folders. Do we really want the folders? Well, it depends what the folders are going to do for us. Anything? All right, tell me, guys, how you feeling about this mod list, man? Not mod list. Well, the mod list, but the soundtrack, man. Yeah, it's on point.
This can't be good.
In my opinion, it's pretty. Because for me, it's like really chill, just nice. You know, not over the top. Nice. So not lootable. Should be though. I think. I can't remember now. Alright, we gotta get the rest of this neighborhood going. Usually there's some stuff to be found in here, like right there. Let's see what we can do here. Oop, almost. Oh, dang. Alright. Any drugs? No drugs. See, yeah, I ain't mad at this soundtrack, for sure. Takes a little to get used to though, because like there was a moment, like a couple moments where I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to die. Shoot. 10 with his buddies. Alright, come on. Can't see.
This has gotta stop.
Oh no, you didn't do that to me, did you? Oh my god. The
Dead as can be.
You saw me just going crazy with the fire in there because I couldn't line up a
Sweet.
shot. Yeah, I was sucking. This is what I think that's the technical term.
Sweet.
So, but what we had going on there was no auto reload, right? As soon as your clip is empty, you got to manually reload it. I'm not about that. Ooh, makeshift SMG.
I'll just take
And it's not, I want to say I'm not like, it's just, yeah, I'm not about it. And I think the key is, again, my argument will come back to it's a video game, all right?
Yes.
My clip going dry, and then it doesn't, when I hit the trigger and it didn't reload on me, and I have to keep remembering that, oh, it's not going to reload, I got to do it. That breaks, I guess that breaks my immersion more than anything. Than, if it were to just get to empty and then reload, right? Because basically, most video games, that is the case that I play. And it's not something that bothers me, right? And then so you get used to it, and it's like it's not a do or die break, that's going to break my immersion or is a game changer for me. If anything, it's an annoyance. It's an added annoyance rather than it's like, oh, okay, well, it's a game changer. No. What it does is it adds a additional annoying factor to the game that wasn't there before.
And I'll just take this.
And then so it's like I look at it and I go, okay, yeah, no, you just added something else to the game
Nice.
to annoy me. So you didn't add anything that was made the gun. You didn't add anything that, in my opinion, that made the game any more fun. If you want the game to be realistic on the look, the feel, the interaction with the characters, things like that. You know what I mean? Well, because one, I've only shot a gun maybe once or twice in my life, and then when I was in the military, fortunately I was in the Navy, so, during boot is the only time I was actually required to be.
Here we go again.
Oh, shoot.
I think we're done for now.
So all I do is just get through and qualify for a pistol, and we were good to go.
Come to mama. Hell yeah.
And to be honest with you, I haven't had any interest in guns since.
Yes.
So, in truth, it's like, well, okay, so what? In a video game, it reloads for me. I mean, you haven't, I don't know. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me. So it's kind of like some options a game, and here's the thing: if you're gonna in some of these playlists, right, mod lists, what you would really like to see is kind of more choice. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna add this in, but kind of add it in so that it can be turned on or off. You know what I mean? It's a great feature for some people, and it's an awful feature for others. And then let them choose. Let them choose.
Mine now.
And it's empty. Overdrive, really.
And I'll just take this.
Come to mama.
I think it's kind of interesting because I just got through going through this with the playlist or the mod list. Um, Wasteland Reborn. And so you're down here going through stuff, and it's kind of funny because Wasteland Reborn is supposed to be a much harsher list, right?
Excellent.
But you get down here, and then you got the fancy labels on the cans still. You know, you got all this. You got this is filled with stuff. This has got more stuff in it than this did, and there's a lot more to be had on a much harsher list down here than what we see here. And you know, like I said, you got the fancy little labels, whereas here everything, in my opinion, it's better without the labels because it's 200 years. And, you know, this stuff has been sitting around for an extremely long period. Ah! I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't get my thumb to stop. God dang it. That sucks. Okay. Do I have food? Alright, we're gonna eat that. And one of those. And then drinks. I got, okay. Alright. Then we're gonna lay down and eat. Not eat, but sleep. We're gonna try to go 10 hours. I don't think you can. Oh, it's gonna let it. Supposedly. Okay. Alright. Ain't mad at you. You gonna tell me I'm hungry soon anyway. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go around and we're gonna say hello to Codsworth. Usually I don't hit him up yet. One of the things that I'll kind of do is, again, transfer over my loot, the stuff that I've collected already. I'll come in, I'll finish looting. And then we'll loot all this stuff here. Duct tape. There's a makeshift battery over there. There's a wrench. Oil can. So we'll get all that. Then we'll run in here real quick. Got a messenger bag, which I may switch to. And then let's see. Nothing. How about scarcity of loot? Okay. So, like I said, for me, this, and hit OK. And then one of the things, which is kind of funny to me because now I have Crazy Earl's scrapyard, so that changes kind of the leveled list and what certain things, and specifically, like say these houses, right? So if you hit the house, you see it. There's a much longer list of things and items that the house is going to give you. This one seems the numbers seem a little high, but I'm fine with that. And then the same thing for the vehicles. See, instead of just steel, like 6 steel or whatever, you got rubber, springs, gears, screws, fuses, nuclear material, So to me, in truth, that, and in here for the street lamp, it's not just steel. Like, I don't know what in the world Bethesda was thinking when it came to the scrapping, is like what you would get back. And then the sad part is, and we all know this, is you get these modders, they come out here and they are really only doing what Bethesda just didn't feel like doing. It wasn't that they're not capable of doing it. It's not that they couldn't do it, It's not that they didn't know how to do it. It literally was, well, not something that was that important to us. And it's like, I don't know, the end product, man. That's the key right there, right? It's like, yeah, but what about the end product? It might not have been that important to you, but dang, man, you could have really come up with something better than what you gave us. And the sad part is going to be, and seems to be the case every time, is we're going to get their game, and then modders are going to make their game better. And then to me, I think that's a sad statement, because okay, you know what? Modders can make the game different, can tweak the game, can make certain improvements. But when you're putting out a product that really is reliant upon the changes and the upgrades and the improvements from modders, then you're kind of, I don't know, you're doing a disservice to your customer, right? Now, for me, I have liked Starfield from the moment it came out. But it was, I think even on the first day, I was able to get in and create a file, just a gameplay tweaks file, and then write code, just a line of code to the INI file to basically incorporate it into the game, right? So as soon as the game's loaded up, it would load that file, and then those tweaks would come through, right? And then so what I was doing right from the beginning is in the game folder, it would change it would multiply the amount of XP that I would get. It would change the distance to interact, or to be able to interact with another ship or something like that. And it made a bunch of changes, that you could just write the script, the code for that, and make those changes. So I was not so technically I wasn't playing exactly vanilla Starfield from the start. Now, it didn't do the what's the names for me, like new clothing mods and stuff like that in different areas. But it tweaked all the other things, like the actual kind of gameplay type stuff. So right out the bat, I was playing kind of a different version than Bethesda basically intended. And yeah, so it made Starfield kind of more of the game that I liked right off the bat. So basically right from the start. And so I have a positive experience, the whole way through with with Starfield. And yes, it is in fact probably one of my favorite games all time. So that's where I sit with it. Even more so than Skyrim, Fallout, Daggerfall. I remember I played Daggerfall when it first came out in 1996. Okay, in '96, man, I bought this was my very first computer. It was a Pentium. Okay, so it was right then. It was first Pentium, and I think it had a 1 gig hard drive. Yes, 1 gig, and I think it actually even had 1 gig of RAM. Might not even been that high. I can't recall. It was crazy, and I remember it cost me $1,600, and I had just reenlisted in the Navy, and so I got my bonus for reenlisting, and boom, that's where it went right there. And I can't tell you the number of nights I'm sitting there late at night on my computer, lost in some dungeon. You know what I mean? Because if the coolest part about Daggerfall was discovering a dungeon, and then you're sitting there trying to, and they're not like the typical ones you see today when you go into Skyrim and stuff like that. Yeah, no, they can't make them like that anymore. I don't even. And in some of them, like they supposedly they're procedurally generated, but still, even so, because the one thing that they all had in common though was this switchback that would confuse the heck out of you. So basically, you would spend an hour to 2 hours just to get to that point, and then you take it, and it puts you in a whole other section of the dungeon, right? And you're like, holy cow. And then it won't end. And then you're looking at the map, right? Trying to figure out how the map goes, and you're twisting it around. You're like, oh my God, I don't know where to go, right? So then it became the most important spell to have was recall, right? So that you could set it once you got in there, and then at some point you got too far into it, you just hit recall. That's the only way to get back out, because you couldn't figure out exactly. Wait a minute, God dang it! I remember I went this way. No, you went that way. And then the sad part was, it almost seemed like it wasn't endless, right? You could clear the whole thing, but literally, you would be in there for hours before you would clear it all. And then so, I think that is where I got the way I play games now. because I take my time. I just go through, there's patience. I'm not trying to speed through anything. I don't, I'm savoring every moment. I'm savoring everything that I come across, right? It's all about the loot. And because in Daggerfall, the one thing that was kind of funny was you could buy a cart. This cart so you have a cart and a horse, and you're the only adventurer running around with a cart. But you needed that cart because what did you have? You would have that cart loaded for bear of all the stuff you would scavenge, out of a dungeon. And the coolest part about Daggerfall was, remember, if you could hide very well, you could go into a merchant shop, hide from them until they closed, right? After hours. And then once they were closed, then you rob them blind. And then you get all the stuff onto your cart, right? And then, because you couldn't carry it all. And if you didn't have a cart to put it somewhere, then, you were kind of stuck. And so, yeah, it was huge to have yourself a cart. And just like I said, the amount of looting that you would do while you're playing Daggerfall. And I think, again, that conditions you, right? And then the thing that also conditions you is you get used to, that becomes the type of game you like to play, the type of your play style, that matches that game. And so you're not, you know what I mean? We've come a long way, right? But there were some aspects of Daggerfall that was just awesome. There were some wonky, not so great aspects of it too, but mostly you were, like I said, you were in it, and you were just traveling around. You could do the main quest. You could just travel from dungeon to dungeon, city to place to place. And it was so, granted, they'll tell you that the world space wasn't huge, but it seemed huge. And you don't have that today, right? I mean, you do and you don't. And I don't know. It was just an awesome game, right? And that was the very first RPG that I had gotten into. At that point, I was playing it's not. No, I'm lying. That was my very first PC game. Was it? It was not. It couldn't have been. I'm lying about that too. My timeline is off. My very first PC game was Wizardry on an Apple IIe. Yes, DOS-based. Not DOS, but text-based game. And then it came the Super NES, right? And then when I got back into PC, that was the first game, was Daggerfall, that I got back into with PCs, right? So I had a lull between the Apple IIe and Wizardry, and then back into PC with Daggerfall. There it is. That's the time. Now you're saying, like, well, dude, how can you not remember this stuff? Well, dude, Daggerfall was 1996. That's 30 years ago, okay? Right there. That's why I can't remember this stuff. It was 30 years ago with just Daggerfall. So obviously, Apple IIe, that game was back in the 80s. I think in 1980, I think I was playing that in 1988, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that should date me real quick, right? Like, dude, you've been around forever. I have, and I've seen all these games, right? And so but over time, you become more selective and more staunch in your beliefs as to what makes a good game and what makes a good game for you. That's why, again, like when I play these games, I have a set of stuff, right? A set of mods that I always add, right? And there's a certain set of criteria that, you know, I don't, if I don't like about a particular mod list or game, I instantly go to what? Change it. All right, let's go talk to Codsworth real quick, and then we'll call it a day. All right, enough memory lane stuff. But again, yeah. So yeah, I've been playing games forever, and again, in that time, so I've been playing video games since my grandfather bought an Atari when I was like 8 years old. Okay, so about one of those first Ataris, right? Playing Pong and all that. So that's how long I've been playing video games, right? And I will tell you, of all the video games I've ever played, my favorite all-time video game. I don't know if there's one. There has to be like three of my three favorites all time. And you're gonna hate me for this. Starfield is one of them. It is one of them. Daggerfall was another. And then Mass Effect. Dragon Age is up there. Don't get me wrong. Dragon Age would be up there. But then you can see right there when you look at the types of games. Now, I've been playing Madden for freaking since 1992. 30 plus years now. And yeah, you notice it didn't break the top three. As a matter of fact, because I believe Madden's gotten worse over the years, not better. So, but yeah, no, we're talking, the type of game I like, right? Is the RPG type, not the looter shoot. Well, not the looter shooters, not the first person shooters, the RPG. Dude, what happened, man?
Codsworth, what happened to the world?
The world, Mum? Well, besides our geraniums still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around here. Things will be so much more exciting with you and Sir back. Where is your better half, my boy?
Oh, better half, bro. Ham, I'm about to throw some acid on you or something. They killed him.
They killed him.
Oh, Mum, these things
better half.
These terrible things. I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
All right, look. He's been kidnapped.
Sean's been kidnapped. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia.
Or
Not eating
suffering
properly
from
for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
someone not listening to me. Look, it don't matter how long it's been.
Doesn't matter how long it's been. I feel fine.
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. It will take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
You're acting weird, bro.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Very carefully. All right, look, you gotta focus, bro.
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we
Yes,
search
please.
the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet.
No. There's nothing left.
Codsworth. I already looked. They're not here.
Then they're really gone, aren't they? Oh, Mom.
There's got to be a place, man.
Come on, Codsworth. I need your help. Where can I go?
Well, you could head into the city. Concord is nearby. But the people there aren't as put together as I am.
All right. Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, Mum. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. I shall remain here to secure the home.
All right. So I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. All right. So, of course, there's more looting to be done. Sean's crib right there. This is us. There's a ton of stuff in his crate here, put here by the mod. The c.e.c.s MSR mod. And so we will have to investigate and pull stuff out of here. There's some weapons that we're going to be able to use. As you can see, there's a whole gaggle of stuff in here with some mods and then ammo. I don't usually take all of the ammo, especially if, see, in the case here, I gotta be honest, this is one thing that I do like about the list. There's no weight to ammo. I don't need it. That's not what I'm here for, right? That's not what I'm here for when it comes to the realism effect or whatever. So the fact that there's no weight for the ammo is just great, you know, and it almost lends to just taking it, right? Except, should there be scarcity, right? So, okay, yeah, we stockpiled, right? Ammo. That's what the c.e.c.s MR, the Sole Survivor, did. Stockpiled a bunch of stuff they figured they would use in case of emergency. Definitely going to take one of the caps. We are going to take combat rifle. We're going to take that because they're both suppressed. And then we're going to take a look at these two as well. And then I'm going to break these down, right? We can do that. And then we'll take the mods. Whoops, it went the wrong way. Dang it. I took more than I wanted to. I took a couple of dresses. And then I'm not taking the fusion cells because I'm not taking the laser rifle. So
Mine now.
we'll leave that stuff. We still have to clean up in
And
here.
I'll just take this.
Yes, why don't you? And so we still got to clean up in here, clean up in the, everything in the house. usually before I go to Concord, I set up the town first with the beds and the water and um, the fences. So I set that up first before we take off, and then we'll head down into Concord and see what's happening down there. Also, what I'm gonna end up doing, and as a matter of fact, we can do that right now. Gameplay. See, there it is. All right, so I put it on Survivor is what I like, and let's just make sure. Look at that, man! Oh man, oh man! All right, and audio, we're gonna turn that just down a little bit. Right, the music is awesome. Um, so the music is awesome. Yep. Survival ads. Yeah, I know, bruh. We wanted that. All right, so now you see we can't do that, and that's the whole reason why we have this guy, right? Because we know with the added list and everything about, the Bethesda games, you need to have a way of saving. Because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to. You're going to lose a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you have to end up redoing stuff over and over again. So, again, guys, this is our reboot, our restart, and us digging back into Dying Breath. It was very popular, and then I got away from it, and unfortunately, we got to start it over, right? We got to kick it off from the beginning and get back into it. And hey, please forgive me, but hey, we're back. We're going along for the ride, and as long as this list stays stable, right? That's the main criteria for us in all lists. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna keep hitting it. It's gonna be in our rotation. I'm feeling good about it. And this list also, I added in the Starlight Prison horror mod. So it's kind of like what we already went through once before. So we're gonna see what that does for us. It's awful. It is awful. It is, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So we just have to get back in there and see just remember how awful it was and how we're gonna get around it and get through it. All right, guys. Once again, I appreciate you. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.